Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and welcome to show and tell number 114. I'm doing afternoon coffee today, so I'm actually filming this a day or two early from normal. We went to in-person church this morning, and I realized of all the things I could potentially have done by the end of the week, I'm not going to have any of the things I'm working on done by the end of the week. So I figured I'd go ahead, take advantage of the fact that I'm dressed and everything else, and get to filming today. Make it easy on myself. Take the pressure off the next couple days. I mean, maybe I'll get an extra hour or two to work in the craft room and get things. I got my desk rearranged. I did get a couple of things moved out of the room. I need to fix some stuff in the closet, so there's still a lot of work to do. Rearranging is a bit of a woo. So, what do I have finished and worked on? Well, I shared with you guys the other day that I am taking my DK scraps, originally just focusing on the cupcake and mandala scraps from the shawls I did back in the spring, and making some corner to corner blocks. You can tell I have not woven in the ends on this one. I started, but I do need to come back and finish weaving in ends on this one. I've got 3 completed. The 4th one is on row 14. So I'm doing these 14 blocks up, 14 blocks across. You can see like there's some bloom, Premier Bloom in there. You can actually tell that's from that summer break cake that I used. This is actually from a Karen cupcake. I did a hat out of that last, or 2019. Whew. 2020 is still a blur in my brain. But yeah, I've got 4 of these done. I'm going to border these in probably an off-white or a white. I'm going to use the Bella Coco slip stitch join to join these, because I really love that ridge that gives, or it's like a crease in between the blocks. So I'll probably use that to join these. We're not there yet though. Continuing in the theme of corner to corner though, we do have a finished blanket. This sucker's huge. Well, not as big as I tend to make. I am really bad about like trying to make a baby blanket and ending up with a twin size blanket. But this is a very large blanket. This is, I think the finished on this ended up stretching out to 77 inches by 60 inches. This is using Premier Basics in red, I think it's silver gray and black. It's a Wolfpack blanket. I'm assuming it's a Wolfpack blanket because the kiddo whose favorite color is red, his dad was a Wolfpack fan growing up. And I'm pretty sure I made him a red and black blanket back when he was a teenager, early 20s-ish. But I did 5 rows in silver, 5 rows in black, and use a random number generator to pick a number between 5 and 15 to choose the length of each red section. So the red section is alternating. But it is done. So I've got 2 out of 3 for that family done. And if I get them done before Christmas, I'm going to go ahead and send them off, because these are going to take up a lot of room and storage. I do want to hopefully get some hats and scarves to go in there, but that's, or probably hats and cowls. Cowls are a little bit easier to keep up with. And I really like making kiddo cowls. Their kinder cowls are really easy. But yes, so bada bing, bada boom. I spent a lot of time this last week working on this, which is why nothing else I'm working on will be done in time to film later on this week, because that's where the bulk of my time went. I have already started the 3rd blanket. That is using Red Heart with Love in the light silver gray, or the light gray. Oh, phooey. Denim is the dark blue. And I can't remember the color of the light blue. So I'm doing that one in 5 rows dark blue, or no, 5 rows gray, 2 rows dark blue, alternated length, I think. I'm going to do alternated length light blue, 2 rows dark blue, 5 rows silver, 2 rows dark blue, alternated size of light blue. Confused? 5, 2, random, 2, 5, 2, random, 2, 5, 2, random. I feel like I'm speaking in binary. Coffee good. Coffee make Carrie sane. Coffee good. All right, my next finished object, I have not woven in the ends on this yet, but this is my basic increase knit shawl. I did this in Premier Luna. I did want to keep this as a smaller shawlette size. It is wide enough to pop on over your shoulders if you just need to cover up your shoulders because you're a little chilly. But I was primarily thinking of as a scarf because I wanted, you know, another scarf. I am making a beanie hat in the same yarn to match with this because I did want this primarily to be a scarf. But that is finished. I will leave a link for my tutorial for that down below. This is the version where I do the increasing on the outsides and in the center on the right side. And on the wrong side, it's just knitting back across all those stitches. So if you watch that tutorial, you'll understand what I mean. But it is a basic triangle shawl where I'm doing increasing 4 stitches, which is why we have that nice center ridge right there. That's what gives the effect of that nice center ridge. That's where the increases are in the center. Yeah, it's a very easy, once again, easy, basic shape to knit. That's it, and it's done in a garter stitch. So if I don't block it, it's fine. It's gonna lay flat regardless. Once again, that was Premier Luna, and the colorway on that is Io if you happen to have some in your stash. It has been discontinued for a little while. I think it's been discontinued for over a year now. Up next, I want to give a quick shout out to Shannon, and thank you so much for my postcard. I did get it. I picked it up this week at the post office. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're very sweet to think of me. I told you guys I may have somehow accidentally made a hypnotic yarn purchase. So sorry for the crinkles here, but I did get my, I may have accidentally made a hypnotic yarn purchase. I mean, I had a 15% off coupon and she just happened to do a shop update. So first off, the extras, she included an unscented Euclid wool wash. Now, this is my preferred brand. I've said it before, soak is fine. This isn't a slam against soak, or there are other wool washes out there. This one, for some reason, I just like it better. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I just have a preference on it. But I do use soak quite a bit. I've got quite a few bottles of the smaller size bottles of Euclid floating around. It's just my preferred wool wash or wool soak for when I am taking care of my non-superwash items. Actually, most of my superwash items, even still wool, I tend to hand wash. We got a tea. This is a rooibos tea. It is Be the Change, Floral and Sweet Honey by David's Tea, which I am down for. That's something I can have right before bed. And the yarns I got. So this first one is actually a sock blank, and I don't think this one had a color name. One of a Kind Sock Blank 3. So we've got this beautiful tie-dye effect. And it goes into these. Now, I've told you guys before, I'm not a huge fan of orange, but I love orange as an accent color in things. So I have to say that is absolutely stunning, and I cannot wait to see what this works up into. how this works up. I mean, it's kind of a work of art on its own. I'm really bad with a lot of these hand-dyed yarns, being too afraid to use them, especially when I buy a sock blank, because they're just so gorgeous. And it's got that fresh dyed wool, wool smell to it. So this is obviously fingering weight sock blank. 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 463 yards, 100 grams. So that's more than enough to get a 1-ball shawl. That's more than enough to do a scarf, a pair of socks, a hat. Now this is a single strand sock blank, so I could not do, unless I unwind it and just cake it up, I won't be able to do something like 2 at a time socks or something. It would have to be 1 at a time socks. But Hypnotic Yarns, I will leave the website link down below. Hypnotic Yarn is who does the dyeing for Yarnable. That's the Yarnable is Hypnotic Yarns. And I can't remember the lady's name that owns it, but she's incredibly sweet and very communicative as a business owner to customers. The other thing I got, now this one does have a name. This is called Canoe Trip, and this is on the plush sock base, which is 85% merino, 15% nylon, 394 yards, 100 grams. This is the plush sock high twist. So not only is it a sock weight yarn, it is a high twist yarn, which does mean that it is better for socks. I find you can knit socks even with 100% wool, as long as it has a nice dense twist to the yarn. It's really not a problem. But how beautiful is that? And once again, not a huge fan of the yellows, but here I am with the yellow accent color. And there's something about yellow and, or orange and pink, not yellow, orange and pink recently that I've been totally digging. And you'll understand why that's an important thing here in the next month. But it reminds me of Starburst. And for some reason, that's just been something I'm really enjoying. But we've got this absolutely stunning, and it just screams like sleepaway camp to me. And I think it's, you know, the blue and gold just totally screams the romantic idea of what camp's going to be. Not the horror movie picture of camp, but like what you think camp's going to be like, with teams and everything else. And, you know, blue cabin, yellow cabin. And then you've got just the speckling, to me, just kind of, yeah, I think it's a very appropriately named yarn. But these have already been counted into my budget. These are just stash builders. I didn't buy these to complete a project. I wasn't coerced by my husband or anything else to buy these. These are 100% counted for in my budget, which was, I'm getting low after my Knit Picks purchase, after my Hypnotic Yarn purchase, and there was another yarn purchase I made recently that is more stashable stuff, not stuff for immediate projects. I need to get to finishing some stuff because I need to rebuild my budget. And my final acquisition, we got, this is so perfect, we got this month's bag from T-Doddles in our mini monthly mini bag. I am in love with this fabric, but guess what yarn will be the first one to go in that? It's just on theme. I'm telling you, for some reason. And once a theme appears in my life, it doesn't go away for like a long time. So I'm kind of enjoying this. Our interior fabric is just as adorable once again as our exterior fabric. All this makes me want to do is go up to the lake and do water things. And I don't go out to the lake and do water things. I'm an indoor cat. So our yarn, because I'm doing the mini, I'm getting a mini skein plus the mini bag. Once again, Southern Skeins is collaboration, T-Doddles. And I'll leave Christy's channel and her Etsy site link down below. But this is our mini skein. We've got once again, that pink and orange showing up again. This is Peach Cobbler on the Bamboozled Sport base. 20 grams, 52 yards, 50% non-superwash merino, 50% bamboo. And let me tell you guys, if I get an email that they're doing a sale, I may hand you good fancy money. Because that is just, it's so smooth. Like, as textured as this looks, and being a non-superwash wool, you would think it would have that really woolly touch to it, but it doesn't. It's really, really soft. The bamboo really smooths it out. Focus. So yeah, once again, no surprise anybody. I say it month after month when I get my Christy Cook bags. I just love my bag. I love my yarn. And I do keep forgetting to mention, I think I finally remembered to do it again last month, but there is a code to get a pattern if you're a member of the mini. So you can use your little 20 gram minis to make a project. She also included a little border pistol. And if you haven't tried this before, I love the peach. I love the cherry limeade. Black cherry is also really good. Just saying. Just saying. And our charms. If I can get my charms to behave on here. Well. A little dragonfly. And there's little beads there that it's hanging off of. And then this one also has a little beaded dangle back here. How cute are those? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you guys are sick of me just going, I love it. I mean, straight up, I love my Christy Cook bags. That's never a surprise when it comes. And I'm like, oh my God. How cute. And I love gnomes. I've always loved gnomes. As a kid, I actually watched David the Gnome. So yeah, I am totally down for the gnome aesthetic. And I just dropped that on the floor and I'm not going to go pick it up. So that is everything I have to show you guys this week. I'm going to continue working on my Yarnable project of the month. I do have it started. It's turning out good so far. I did have to use lifelines though. I'm working on the Christmas blanket. I did go ahead and cake up my yarn for the Road to Nowhere shawl by Zines and Rogers. I finally have that started, but I only have like 3 rows done, so I can hardly really call that started. But it is up there. And I think that's really all, aside from like trying to finish the reorganization of the furniture down here. That's probably all I'm going to have time to work on. It's going to be a pretty busy week. And particularly, I think Wednesday, I'm going to be slammed from 8 a.m. till dinner. So I hope you guys have a fantastic week or are having a fantastic week. As always, I love you guys. Please take care and I will see you guys real soon. Bye, guys.